Hey guys, I'm Leon and welcome to my another Sims 4 tutorial. Now today I will be showing you, or at least will try to show you how to build in Sims 4. Now, uh, please mind you, this is not how to, we'll be only covering the basics and also only building. So we won't be furnishing the house, we'll just be making the exterior, the structure look better. And furnishing will be in another tutorial, so stay tuned for that. Now let's jump right into this. So today I have this beautiful box over here and we're gonna turn it into something that will look a little bit more interesting. Something that might look like this, something that might look like a starter cube, or maybe something even better that looks like Greendale over there in the corner. I can't reach it, but it's there in the corner. So let's start. So let's start with first and obvious. Most people will tend to do like these normal like a normal square box, and that's, if you want to make a great home, that's normally not the way to go. So let's first start with changing the roof a little bit. So as you can see, adding this gabbled roof already makes it look a little bit more interesting. As you can see, it already puts a little bit more detail to it. Now let's delete the roof because we will be doing it as the last thing. Now let's jump to the first floor. And one thing that I always like, I normally try doing it like this, but I normally end up just putting the outline and then putting rooms. But I normally I would normally start by putting rooms in. So let's say I want this to be like a hall area. There we go. We have this, and then maybe I want the kitchen to be here. But then okay, so I have a kitchen over here. So this is probably gonna be a kitchen. Let's try putting in a living room there, a bathroom over here, maybe at this at the back. And what I could do is actually remove this wall and make it like look like this. You'll see why. So I have this basic shaped home, and so the way I could make it interesting a little bit more, to add more detail to the structure so it doesn't look like this box, is I could just grab one of these rooms. I probably won't need a lot of space for a kitchen, so I'm probably gonna like maybe grab like 2 squares off a little bit. So as you can see, the house already looks interesting. So yeah, so then a living room, well, guess I could cut it off a little bit over here. There we go, that might work. Or I could just do this and extend the hall a little bit. So just pretty much trying to like not have the exact same shape all around the house. So make one room larger, make it like exceed the house, like make it go over like where it should be. So as you can see, it adds a nice level of detail, and the bathroom could be like 3 by 3. It doesn't need to be that long, so I guess I could just put it in a little bit. And then we have this room over here, which I guess also doesn't need to be that big, so I guess I could turn that down like this as well. So as you can see, we already have a better house. And just a second, guys. As you can see, sorry about that. As you can see, we already have a better house, and yeah, so pretty much try to like contract, expand the rooms a little bit, and see what you end up with. So this is like one way to go. Another way, I'll gotta try doing like a smaller example over here. So like, let's say this will be a hall area, then I put like a kitchen over here. So you can start doing this right from the beginning. You do not need to have like something like a box and then putting rooms inside of it. You can start like this, just like I did over here, then like add this to here. Then I guess I could add like another extra room over there. As you can see, we already have a better house. I'm gonna undo this. So yeah, next thing, let's go to the top floor. Now, one thing that I always recommend to not do is to do not replicate. So as you can see, I did it here. I replicated the bottom floor plan to the to the second floor. As you can see, it looks exactly the same and it doesn't really fit. So The way I would fix it is normally, well, let's try removing it first. And let's try doing some like outlines first, like starting from here and then not putting the wall all the way here. Let's try putting it like here, then going like this. Like, so let's say I want a balcony over here, so I'm gonna leave some room. I would normally, the way I would normally do a balcony is I would do it like this. And then I would put like flooring there, and pretty much it looks like you're copying the entire bottom floor plan up. So let's not do that. Let's put it like this. Okay, I want it like this. But what if I want another balcony over here? Let's put it a little bit deeper inside so we have more room for a balcony. There we go. Put it there. And then I could actually just extend that over this, so pretty much you don't have to follow the bottom floor plan at all. Just go over it, go a little bit less than you should. Just pretty much experiment and see what you get. And then I guess I want another balcony over here. This house will have a lot of balconies. And then I could just extend it to the side like this, do this, and that. Whoops, ended up putting it too much. There you go. So you can see I have it copied over here, but if I don't like that, I can always fix it. So let's say I can just extend this a little bit there and put this like that. As you can see, I didn't copy, well, this alliance, but let's ignore that. As you can see, the entire top or the entire second floor is not copied whatsoever from the bottom. It looks completely different, as you can see, from the bottom floor. Now let's see where we want stairs. So I want stairs here, so I'm gonna mark it. Just so I know how well does it have to be. So I'm pretty sure stairs go here, right? Right? Is that it? I'm one square off. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure this is it, yeah. So stairs I'm gonna go here. Now, let's try laying down a different floor plan. So normally, like, I have like a room that ends over here, so I would normally do that. I don't want to do that, okay? Let's do something different. Let's put it one square in. Let's say, there we go. This is enough for like a beautiful master bedroom. And now this thing over here, well, I want like, maybe I want this not, maybe I don't want this to be like a hall area like it is on the bottom floor plan. I don't want to copy that. Maybe I want this to be over here, so I will do something like this. Also, try playing around with like diagonal walls and see like what you get end up with. Like mostly like something like this would pretty will do the trick. It will make it look a little bit more interesting. So let's say I want to do like a simple another bedroom over here maybe, and like a walk-in closet or a tiny bathroom over here. So I can do that. If I want. So as you can see, it really looks different. So again, well, like number one rule over here is do not look at floor plans from the bottom and try to copy them on the second floor, because normally you'll end up like something like this, my large family home, which looks like pretty much like a one floor house, because it's pretty much exactly the same. It doesn't have any like ins or outs. It's all the same. So that so try avoiding that as much as you can. Now next thing, or I guess like a third thing, would be a roofing. So as you can see, roofing would be a little bit more hard to do right now, as I no longer have a box, so I can't just drag the roof over. So let's try practicing with this. So normally, let's say I can already see where the biggest roof is going to be. I normally like to pull up the biggest roof first, so I can see that, oh, okay, this roof can go to here. Then I can just drag it over like across like this. And then I see I have this like little excess bit over here. Then I can make it like a dormer if I want, so I can add roofing to this and just extend it off a little bit. As you can see, it has a bit more level of detail, and as you can see, it already looks better. But maybe I don't want this type of a roof, so I didn't have this excess bit. So like, what do I do with it? Like, well, let's try removing the entire thing again. So maybe I want like half gapped roof. So the way I do this, maybe let's say try putting it like this and dragging it across. Now it doesn't have to go all the way, but just for sake of this video and the time, I will. And I can just like slope it down a little bit, and as you can see, the roof already looks better. And then I can do the exact same thing from here, but a cool trick I can do is I can make it look like a gabbled roof, but because I can do this, and if I hold shift I can, or control rather, no, shift, yeah, I can only scale down one size, hold alt a little bit, hold alt, for God's sake, hold alt, there we go, to get something like this. Now it doesn't look perfect, but you get the idea of it. So there it goes. You can see, you kind of have, like, if you're watching it from this side, it looks like a gabbled roof, but it's actually these two half-gabbled roofs connected together. So you can also experiment with that if you don't like the way these might turn out. Now we have this bit over here, so what to do with this one? I guess I could just copy the exact same thing, but what if I don't want to do that? Because this would look pretty lame and stuff. Maybe, like, let's play a little bit with details. Let's say I want to, like, add some, like, pop outs for this roof. So let's say I drag it over here a little bit. As you can see, this already adds, like, a detail. It doesn't need to be like this. It can be, like, any size you want. It can be anything, but I'm gonna, like, do something like this because I kind of like it. So let's put something like this. There we go. So as you can see, we already have some details. It looks like these are dormers, but you can, like, I guess you could fit, like, tiny windows there, so it looks a little bit more like a dormer. But anyway, it's not a point to make a dormer. It's pretty much to, like, put some detail to the roof, so it kind of, like, pops out. It's like, so it sticks out pretty much. Now let's see this thing. So I can't do this, so that's not gonna happen. Maybe I could put it, let's say, the other way around, so I could do the exact opposite that I did over here. So I could do this. Would this work, maybe? Well, it could work, but depends if you're happy with it. So do I like these lines being, like, outlined over here, like being exposed? Do I like this? Maybe I don't. So maybe I could, like, fix it up, adding a little bit more detail to the house by doing this. Maybe this could, well, this just made it worse. Let's step back from this. This just made it worse. So yeah, pretty much you just have to experiment. Oh, if you're happy with this, then I guess there's no reason to be mad at it. So let's see, I have a balcony over here. How can I fix that? Now I'm gonna a second thing that or a fourth thing that I want to cover is you can also style it or detail it with columns. So let's say I want to put, like, I can just put, like, columns on the edges of my house, and as you can see, it already makes it look, like, detailed, and it just makes more detail, and it looks like a proper structure, or rather like a pretty good structure. So let's say I put this here. I know there are some columns that I didn't mean to put in, but that's okay. I can just delete them. Then I can put this one over there, and just a couple of here. There we go. And one over there. There goes. You can see, and one over there. Okay, this is the last time. Last one, I promise. So there you go. As you can see, by adding columns in, it kind of makes the structure pop a little bit. It looks really nice. I can also fix the balcony. So normally I would put, like, fencing on top of it. I don't have a room here, so I don't think I can do that by rooms. Let's say I want this one. I love this fence. So I do this, and I have a beautiful balcony. And what to do with it? How can I, like, make it look more interesting? Well, I can make it look like some sort of a porch, I guess. So what I could do is, again, I could just steal the idea that I did over here with this bit over here, that I turned the half gabled roof to the other side and connect them together. And also makes it look like a porch because it's a balcony. So let's try doing this. Dragging it across, lowering it down, getting rid of these bits over there, and as you can see, there we go. Whoops, a little bit too far. Let's do it like this. So as you can see, it kind of already looks a bit better. So you gotta admit, it looks better, like, come on. So let's try, so again, you would normally get problems like this, where, like, you would have different sizes and they wouldn't like align together. So what you can do is try aligning other bits of roof to it. So I could I guess expand this a little bit here and move it across. So as you can see, it still looks like it's in the middle, but it's kind of not. So it's like an optical illusion. So then I could I guess I could scale this down as well. But then I have like this bit over here. Like, what is this? Like, why? So I guess I could just again play around with different roof types, see what works, what doesn't. So I guess I could do this maybe, lower it down, scale it across so it matches perfectly. Let's do it like this. And as you can see, it kind of looks already better. So we did hide the excess bit, as you can see. So there you go. This is how you can pretty much fix like those annoying like excess bits that you do not want, that are just not like, they're just popping out and you don't like that. So let's put another column. Yeah, I know I said it's the last one, but well, guess what? It's not. So let's put like a column there. As you can see, so it looks like it's holding a roof, and it pretty much adds detail to the house. So there we go. We made us pretty much a house right now. There we go. So we went from a normal box to this beautiful house. So again, I'm not gonna mess up around with the interior. You can do that by yourself if you want. So yeah, so I can also, if maybe I don't want a balcony here. Let's say I do not want it. So again, I could just use this half gabled roof. Sorry. Stretch it across. Put it here. Stretch it across. Put it down. And maybe not like this, maybe a little bit more. And there we go. As you can see, I covered up this with a roof. Or maybe if I want, like, let's get fancy a little bit. Let's add a foundation to it. It's gonna happen, everybody. Let's add a foundation to it. Let's add a floor down there. I could probably connect it. There we go. Let's add a floor down here. Extend it so it goes across. Not that much. This much. There we go. So I have a beautiful foundation on the floor, and what I could do is I could like extend this like for like 2 blocks and make it look like, again, like a porch. Let's put this over here so it kind of looks like it's connected, but it's not. Like, yeah, like this. There we go. I can make it look like a porch. It might be a little bit too big porch, but it's okay. I could then, I guess I could like lower it down a little bit and put like a balcony actually over here, but the fence is kind of like a roof. So I could do this, and I could add like a fence over here. And boom, as you can see, I have a beautiful balcony. As you can see, this is like a solid wall there, so you can't really do much with that. But anyways, you can see this is how you can have fun with roofs and how they behave. Also, if you want to get a little bit more fancy, because I can, so I can just stretch it across, and maybe is this going to, yeah, this is gonna mess up the balcony, so we're not gonna do that. What we're gonna do instead is gonna take another half gabled roof, put it on top. I said put it on top. Stretch it across like this. So pretty much follow the exact same pattern and lower it down. As you can see, there you go. This is how easy it is to pretty much manipulate around with roofs and to style a house. So there we go, guys. I really hope this tutorial kind of helped you. Again, try to avoid replicating floor plans. Try having the same. So the way this could work also to make a top floor plan is think about it as there's nothing below it, and like you're making a completely different house, but it kind of has to be like the exact same size. And like try to do that, but it can't be the same. It has to be a different house, and then see what you come up with. So let's say this is like a house number 1, and then this will be like a different house. This could be a house like on the lot there where this bungalow starter is. So yeah, pretty much start manipulate around with this. Also, if you don't have any ideas on like what kind of a house you would like make, I also recommend, what I also do from time to time is I go on Google and like I search for like house blueprints and other stuff like this. So let's say I found like house blueprints, maybe like, oh, I like this shape of the house. As you can see, it's a bit low resolution, but it's okay. So as you can see, oh, I found this, and I kind of like try replicating it, and like maybe I can end up with something that looks like this, or maybe I like this and I can replicate this. So pretty much like I look around a little bit on the internet for like floor plans and see how it works and how it might turn out. And I actually found this blueprint like 2 years ago, and I actually made this house in Sims 3. So yeah, it was actually a lot of fun. As you can see, just search around a little bit. This is Minecraft, so I'm not gonna bother with that. So you can also search for like house blueprints, like house exterior. Oh, sorry, house exterior. So you can see like how a house might look like from outside. Maybe like copy the style. Maybe you like this style, and like you try to copy it in Sims 4. So, or like do something like try copying it like to the Sims 4, or like something else, like maybe like this house and oops, sorry, maybe like this house, and like pretty much try replicating the style, see how close can you get with it and all that stuff. Also you can from time to time I also Google for house interiors, so I can see like how rooms are furnished and styled. So let's say I once that was like for Sims 3, I got like inspired by one of these. I'm not sure which one. I'm not sure if it's here. But anyway, I really liked the way like the living room looked like, so I kind of tried replicating this. So I added like a second story, put like a skylight above it, and then like put like drawers like on the walls, put a sofa there next to the wall, put a big chandelier, and like a fireplace at the back. So pretty much try experimenting and see what you end up with. So thank you very much guys for watching this tutorial. It's been long because I was trying to cover like most what I was doing, and to like explain more like what I was actually doing with this house. So pretty much try like covering and see like what I did with these roofs. Try to like do the exact same with walls. Try to cover up something. If you have like an XX bit over here, sorry, you have this like let's say you have this room and maybe you don't need this part, you can just leave it blank. It doesn't need to be filled up. You can just like cover it with like black painting, so it like looks like it's not even there. So pretty much it pretty much like what you want to do in Sims 4 is pretty much up to you. Like the building in Sims 4 is pretty much limited by your imagination and like maybe like items that are currently available, but Sims 4 is in early stage right now. It's not in 5 years yet, so it has a lot of content like Sims 3. So thank you very much guys for watching this. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you have any suggestions for other tutorials, feel free to leave the comment below. Also, I am submitting gathering questions for a Q&A video, so if you have any questions for a Q&A video, make sure you leave a comment in any of my videos. Just make sure you leave it with Q&A word at the beginning of the comment, so I know it's for Q&A video. Sorry. So thank you very much guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and happy simming.